Okay, hello. Good morning. Good morning. This is Monday morning draw. You're watching us live. And this is I don't know, it could be Monday night if you're watching this. Probably Thursday when this comes out, but so we're playing taxes, but with a little bit of a different spin on it. I've always been we're playing Glasspool Mimic. I was quite high on this card if you remember from when we were playing this on when we were testing out Confounded Conundrum. It was the one that really overperformed. And then Spider Space kind of took on the challenge of making this card work, and he had quite a bit of success with it. 5 out of league with it as a 4 of, basically replacing Field of Ruin, and then kind of still playing mono white, which is not really what we were doing. So that was kind of his change, his own spin on it, which worked really, really well. So we're gonna go back to that and try it because I just want to try something a little different and have some fun today. So we're throwing in a few more of the blue lands in Seachrome Coast and Hallowed Fountain. We are keeping 2 Field of Ruins because we do still have quite a bit of white sources. Because we basically are running no other colorless lands. We cut all the colorless lands basically to make this work. We've got the usual 4 of Giver, Path to Exile, Aether Vial. ZNR's out. Here we go. Live reaction. It's not showing up here. So I'm going to go to the old Reddit. And unrestricted. Here we go. Interesting. Very good. Yeah, so Omnath, the card that kind of took over at the at the grand finals. Travis, I'm not going to say anything about it, but there was a lot of because Travis is still watching it, but yeah, this card kind of took over. Escape to the Wilds is different, yeah. And Lucky Clover. So yeah, I remember when this card kind of came out. I was talking about it on a Discord with some people, and I was like, I don't know, man. Like, this card doesn't really create a whole lot of card advantage because Fae of Wishes was not spoiled yet. Lucky Clover got spoiled before Lucky Clover, and I'm like, okay, well, Fae of Wishes with Fae of Wishes is kind of nice. But yeah, just seeing it now, it's just with it costing 2, it's just so hard to interact with as an artifact. Like there you could play Embrace Shieldbreaker, I'm sure, yeah, but you could, it's just hey, Banana Gator, how are you? And so it's just like if you're like playing this on turn 2 and having your opponent have to and Stomp was a really good interaction with it. I don't think that had been spoiled yet, but so it's just kind of seeing how this card has kind of taken over. It just makes sense. It's just so hello Milk Crate. Welcome to the stream. I haven't seen you around before. So we're just kind of looking at everything here. Omnath, Lucky Clover, and Escape to the Wilds. And Escape to the Wilds is a card that's just kind of slipped in there. And I think if it didn't have the you may play an additional land this turn text, like if this was just exile the top 5, you may play them exiled until the end of your next. If it didn't have that additional land clause, this card would probably be fine. I think they probably just didn't think that landfall was going to be a landfall. Maybe they forgot that landfall was coming. And just there's so many cards that let you play an additional land. So, but yeah, interesting. And then Historic, Burning Tree Emissary, unsuspended. That's fine. That's totally fine. A lot of people weren't really happy about it being suspended, so I think it being unsuspended is totally fine. The power level of the format is such that Burning Tree Emissary can come back, I think. But yeah, seeing Omnath suspended there is yeah. Yeah, I think I think Mono White Life Gain is a good deck. And I think it's going to get better with Omnath gone. I was kind of hoping to see an Uro suspension in Historic, to be totally honest, because I think Uro just needs to go in just about every format. Seeing Teferi go for good is nice to see as well. Yeah, seeing Wilderness Reclamation go for good and Historic is fine. So, but yeah, so we'll anyways, I think this is all good. I'm waiting to see what they are going to do in Modern. I do think Uro is a card that needs to go in Modern, but that's just me. I'm not going to get into that right now. But anyways, kind of back to the deck tech here. So, we're running 24 lands here if you count these Glasspool Mimics as lands. So we're running 24, and that's something that has been kind of talked about. You know, should we go up to 24 lands? It feels right to 23's felt good, but maybe we should be going up to 24. So Mimic is one of those ways that we can kind of go up to 24 lands, but still kind of cheat on lands a bit. And the cut we made for this was 1 Thalia. Arbiter seems a little bit better than Thalia right now, and so we are gonna keep Arbiter at 4 and Thalia at 3. Another potential cut was Flicker Wisp down to 3, but I think Flicker Wisp is just so good right now. We're gonna keep it. Hey, Offbeat, good to see you. We're testing out some stuff today too. We're trying out the blue splash again here. Keeping 2 Archons. Yeah, and then it's just pretty stock from there on. In the sideboard, we got some spice in the sideboard here. So we're sticking with the 3 Burton Forge Tender, and the champ is gone. He's not here anymore. He's gone. He's off filming movies. And so he's gone. So our good friend the Burton Forge Tender is here. Randy Orton is the Burton Forge Tender today. Keeping in 2 Rest in Pieces. Keeping in Winds of Abandon, because this is one of our mirror breakers in to go up against other White Taxes decks, along with Sword of Light and Shadow. That's the deck we're bringing this. We're bringing Sword of Light and Shadow in. We're bringing it in against other Taxes decks, and it's really growing in the meta. And then of course the 2 of Mirror Crusader, because he's just so good. Holds a sword really well as well. And then our blue splash, we are going with Geist to Saint Traft. Yeah, we're going to try it out. I don't know if it's good or not, but it's really only good. It's for the mirror. It's if we're only committing 1 sideboard slot to the mirror, in addition to Winds of Abandon, but a Winds of Abandon is good in other ones. But Sword of Light and Shadow is kind of our narrowest sideboard card, but we're only doing 1, and it's tutorable with Stoneforge Mystic. So I think that's the biggest bang for our buck. If we're gonna go with a narrow sideboard card, is a tutorable one. And same argument can be made about Manriki, but I think Sword of Light and Shadow has a little bit more right. Yeah, I think Sword of Light and Shadow has a little bit more utility than Manriki does. Less meme potential for sure, though. Geist of Saint Traft is going to be kind of our grindy matchup card instead of Gideon or Elspeth. The only thing that we have to dodge here with Geist is board wipes. And then I think Deputy Detention is going to be one of our kind of Titan cards. Because it's really good with the zombie tokens. And it's a really good Mimic target. So there we go. And Revoker I've been really impressed with as well lately. So we're going to keep the Revokers in. So yeah, so there we go. We're going to play this in a league. And I think I've got enough tickets, right? I've got tickets. I've got exactly 10 tickets. All right, cool. We had a bit of a bad run to keep up with Lara's decks too, I think. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I'm gonna grab a quick glass of water, and we will get started. All right. Yeah, I made a pretty strong brew, so in the old AeroPress. So yeah, definitely kicking in. I made some Hokkaido rolls yesterday. They're really good. aka milk bread rolls. Okay, here we go. All right, we're up against 19LNC91. We lost the die roll. We both rolled ones. Gigantha. I think we can keep this. Always like starting with a turn one gift. Okay. All right. This is a Prowess deck. Running Gigantha. Interesting. All right. Bolt the Giver, sure. Interesting. So this is probably mono red? Another Archon. I don't really like to see that. Alright, so we'll be able to flicker wisp this land. We'll see what he does here. See if we path him. Dart, sure. Please sack the mountain. To dart me again. Okay, he's lighting up the stage. This does give us more info. Swifty. Yeah, I agree. I mean, this guy's getting big anyway, so... Okay, let's path it. Oh yeah, nice. I think he's out of basics. Like, he didn't get anything. Did he not? I think he didn't get a mountain. Did he just not search, or did he fail to find? The log isn't saying he failed to find, though. Interesting. Okay, so we got a Mimic. Okay. It didn't show up on the log. Yeah, okay. I do kind of feel like Archon is better here. And we've got one as backup. Like, it's forcing him to use it on his, it's forcing to use his removal on the, like, he has to have exactly Lightning Bolt. He would have to have exactly Lightning Bolt to kill this Archon. And then we've got another one. We are not going to block. That seems good. All right, cool. So you cast your light up the stage, and now you can't cast anything else. It's almost like we're double spelling. All right, so let's hit our Mimic. To Wisp it. Wisp it good. Okay, sure. Yeah, we'll attack. I still get... Oh, I see. Okay, so I don't get to, I'll just get another Archon, sure. I won't be able to Wisp the Wisp. Oh, he had a Stomp in hand. Okay, so he just cast that. That's fine. We got a path. I could Flicker Wisp the Archon. I think I want to Flicker Wisp the Archon here. The Mimic Archon. Get in for some damage. So, like, how do we get punished here? He's already... yeah. I don't think there's any way we can get really punished here. Like, he could, like, potentially, like, kill this, but then I just get another Archon untapped. Okay, so he darts the Flicker Wisp. All right, sure. I copy the Archon. All right, so I gave my Archon semi-vigilance. And we can, like, we could path this giant, I think. I think that's fine. He's like mega flooding as well. Okay, so I want to do this during the declare attackers step here. I am going to block. I feel like I need to block here. Force him to use some kind of... get another card out of his hand, because I do have another Archon in hand. It doesn't kill the Swift Spear, but it does get a card out of his hand. We're going to do that. I just want to get a card out of his hand here. Sure. And that's his one spell for the turn. Giver seems a little bit better here than another Archon. Do need to apply some pressure here. Yeah, it seems weird the way he's been doing that. Okay, just cast Light Up the Stage. So he finds a bolt that he'll be able to cast next turn. But that's fine because we've got Giver. So the Giver is going to get hit by that. Oh, he puts Gigantha into hand. 5/5. That card is annoying. I just want to get another white source here. He might be out of basics. He's certainly running more basics, though, I think. Yeah, he does. Okay. All right. Okay, yeah, so he's going to bolt it right away. Throw red just because we can. Aether Vial. That's a pretty late vial. Let's play another Archon. We'll attack. We got a Gigantha coming our way. So if I block here, it's going to force him to use one of his Lava Darts or something else, and then he won't be able to cast Gigantha. But I do lose this Archon. Because we don't have an answer to Gigantha yet. And I feel like I want to keep Gigantha off the board. Sure. So all of his Lava Darts. Alright, so that's his spell for the turn. We need like a Stoneforge Mystic. Okay, we found our answer to Gigantha. Gotta keep applying pressure. This is the most strangely grindy mono red matchup we've encountered. I've used 7 minutes of my lightning bolt. Fine. Here comes Gigantha. Here comes Gigantha. Right down Wellspring Lane. Blister Coil weird. Okay. Get out of here, Gigantha. I know, I should have cut it pre-sideboard. Or pre-game one, I should have cut it. Bound clearing, let's draw a card right away. Skyclave. So I feel like Skyclave almost certainly is just going to get eaten right away. But I really don't have an answer to Monastery Swift Spear otherwise. He's probably got some action in hand. Like another Lava Dart or something. Abbot of Carroll Keep. Oh. We still have a lot of really good draws here. Finds a light up the stage. Spike field hazards me. Okay. Yeah, so we can get light up the stage going. Sure. Oh, God. All right. I might be dead. Yep. Oh, yeah, I think I'm just dead. Yeah, I'm just dead, aren't I? Yeah. I am just dead. Okay, so we're gonna give him the RKO. We need some more removal. We're gonna bring in the deputies because they need exactly lightning bolt to kill it. All right, so Flicker Wisp, you're coming out. We need to get rid of something else here. Flicker Wisp, you just die to like so many of their spells. Thalia dies to a lot of their spells as well. But I still think it's good enough. But what else do we cut, right? I hear a lot of people think we should. There's a lot of people that think we should cut Aether Vial in this matchup. Oops. Against these Prowess stacks. Yeah, and that's kind of my thinking as well. Like I've done it in the past. That's right. We got a 1 whole charge counter on it. Okay, let's do it. And then let's bring in Geist. They can't target it with our removal. Or with their removal, holds a sword really well. Sure. Love to play first here. I mean, this seems great. We do need a blue source for this deputy, but yep, Soul Scar. I don't think I want to path this Soul Scar Mage, really. I feel like I want to save it. Okay, we got a second white source. That's good. So given that this is probably going to die, I feel like we get sort of Fire and Ice here. Given that the Stoneforge Mystic is probably going to get hit by some form of removal. Although Maul the Skyclaves there's an argument for as well. But I think Sword is just so good in the matchup. Yeah, what'd I tell you? Is he stumbling on lands here? No, he's not. All right. Doesn't have another play, though. Okay, so there's our blue source. I think we just jam the sword here. So that we have potentially, like, if we draw 2-drop, play like 2-drop equip if he taps out for something. Oh, all right, okay. Or he could just abrade it. Fine. We're running him out of removal spells. That's the plan. Part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. Archon or Sky or Apparition here. Archon lets us keep up path. He could just have Lightning Bolt here. But then he's using it on our turn. Flame Slash instead. Okay, all right. Sure. We are running him out of removal. So that's part of the plan. Okay, so now I think it's time for Apparition. How many more lands does he need to get to this Firebolt? 1, 2, 3, plus 5? All right. We do still keep up path here. Stomp, sure. Okay. Get a 1/1. We are slowly but surely running him out of cards here. Yeah. I feel like I want to path that. I am Antlers. Oh, ouch. Okay. We're running out of cards ourselves here, though. I do want to draw a card, though. So we got Giver and Deputy. I'll just cast Giver and then draw a card. End of turn. This can block the illusion. Alright, just Firebolts it. Fine. Ouch. It just passes, huh? Okay, so there's Stoneforge Mystic. That can get us a Batter Skull. that we're actually able to cast. I feel like we just, because we're not going to be doing both, so let's just see Chrome Coast. And Stoneforge Mystic. Batter Skull. So he's probably got like a lightning bolt or something here. I feel like he's got the kill in hand somehow. First lightning on the Mystic. Okay, sure. That's fine. The more removal you use on our creatures, the better. Dart me, sure. Light up the stage. We are getting pretty close to getting dead here. Is he going to cast this Bone Crusher? Oh, he puts Gigantha into hand. Okay, I'm sure. All right, so if this Batter Skull kind of sticks, we might still be okay. We're hoping he doesn't have a Braid in hand. That's the hope. I think he's just trying to kill me. He could have a Bolt in hand. Okay, yeah, he does have that. All right, sure. So if he's got, like, another Lava Dart, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. All right. That's annoying. He just had everything. That feels like a tougher matchup than the traditional Prowess decks, like the blue-white or blue-red. Even the Death Shadow one set seems tougher because it's just so streamlined. Yeah, I'd like to play first. We got the Mana Denial plan and a Skyclave, so sure. We are going first as well. We're up against Russell Wilson. Make our opponent think we're on humans. This looks like Jund. Maybe not Jund. What Jund deck plays Noble Hierarch? Ooh. Double Ghost Quarter. An argument could be made there to play Ghost Quarter so that I could potentially double Ghost Quarter. But I'm kind of wanting to conceal that I have Ghost Quarters in hand. Sure, yeah. All right, I think he sees that I'm about to Ghost Quarter his brains out. Okay, so yeah, it is Infect, yeah. Okay. Get out of there. Sure. I think I just ghost quarter him again here. And just really force him out of the game here. He's only got 3 mana. Get out of here, land. Yeah, sure. Yeah, seems weird, but I don't know. There we go. Cool. So, assuming this is Infect. Mirror Crusader seems okay. Winds of Abandon seems good. Phyrexian Revoker cannot name Inkmoth or Blinkmoth Nexus. Deputy Detention seems good for more removal. Blinkmoth 182. Very good. I think in this kind of matchup, the Stoneforge Mystic package doesn't seem great. Because we're just trying to not die. And so, like, turn 2, casting a Stoneforge Mystic doesn't seem like something I'm really wanting to do. I'm more wanting to keep up some kind of interaction. Instead of trying to, you know, mess around with other stuff. And we've got other interaction here. We just have to survive turns 1 and 2. This is Tori Wilson's brother, by the way. I mean, we've got a path and we got a winds. We just got to draw another land. And then we've got Archon. Follow that up with if we draw another land. And a Skyclave. This seems risky, but we are up a game. It might be too risky, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if we get punished here. Listener Elf. Wow. That's the opposite of a land. Yeah, cat mix is in here, right? Catacombs, sure. Thoughtseize. All right, well, we'll pass you now then. It's fine. Take whatever you want. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it takes the wins. That makes sense. All right, we found a plains. Sorry, got an email. Phyrexian Crusader. Did not even know that was a card. Well, I can't path it. Look at all these white cards I have. Did not even know this was a card. Sure. Yep, sure. I have literally 0 answers to that. Leg Stinger. Land. Got one. I feel like Archon is the play here. So that he can't, like... Yeah, pretty much. I think that is. Must be some anti-taxes tech. Like, what other decks do you bring this in against? Like, blue-white control? Yep, nothing I can do. Okay, so all the Sky Clays. So all the Sky Clays, that's 4, 8, 12. That's a 3-turn clock, which is still slower than opponent's clock. So if I apparition this, so I get them down to 12, and then I hit them for, yeah, I hit them for 12. Or I hit them for 2, bring them to 12. He hits me to 6. I hit them for 6, bring them to 6. They get me to 8. Then I attack. It seems to be the only way. They probably have a pump spell, but... Or some kind of removal. We'll hit that. Back here. If they have any pump spell at all, we're dead. Scale up. Okay. Yeah, you can't apparition your own. Cannot apparition your own thing. Okay, so I guess Revoker comes in then, I guess. And Sword of Light and Shadow, I guess. Bring in a couple Stone Forges and take out Aether Vial. Sophie or oh yeah, Sword and Fire and Ice can kill that thing. Yeah, so let's bring in the Mystics again. Yeah. And then we take out Flicker Wisp. They go Flicker Wisp. Lower our curve. Yeah, I think it's got to be that. Love to play first. Germ Token can block, sure, yeah. I think this is keepable. We've got lots of removal. It doesn't really do anything against that black creature, but we'll have to draw into it. We'll just kind of have to hope he doesn't have it. I don't want to be constantly just... I don't want to mulligan myself into oblivion here. Giver of Runes just seems really good here, turn 1. Forest, Glistener, Elf, sure. Yeah, I'd like to pay 2 life. So we've got the Revoker. Let's go with Revoker here, and let's name Noble Hierarch. I can give Pro green here. All right, so we've got the tech. He has to kill this Giver. If he's got the 2-drop, then we can still answer it. I feel like I can afford to deputy this Glistener Elf. What's it gonna have here? Like, what? I don't think there's any counter spell that could do this. Like, Essence Scatter, I guess. Apply some pressure. The only removal I could be keeping up here is like Path. Just gonna try to push something here. Cycling a Wilt. Sure. Yeah, opponent is like really not in good shape here. He needed an answer to this Giver right away and he didn't have it. Okay, it's Noble Hierarch. Good. Can't tap that for mana. Excuse me. So I guess we attack here. Keep up Path. This song has such a strange bassline. Okay, draws a card. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. So I think we're in pretty good shape here. Ermagerd, Urberg. Okay, so there's the Crusader. So I can't attack. So I can't attack much longer. Or one land away from being able to do that. Okay, so unfortunately I cannot attack any longer. Let's just take out that Urborg. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Draws a card. All right, cool. Dahlia. Dahlia's nice. Place out here. Still can't attack yet. I know this makes me 2 mana now away from casting Winds, but I'll just attack with Thalia if I need to. Glistener, Elf. Yes. Play into the winds of abandon. Yeah, this is just rush day today. Sure, let's just keep going. That gives us a flyer. Another hierarch. That's your one spell for the turn. Okay, so there's a land. I don't need to be able to cast winds here yet. I've never seen this before. Never seen this deck before. There's really no reason to keep to kill Thalia here, I think. No, I agree. Get out of here, Inkmoth Nexus. Sure, it's still a land. Oh, Vines of Vastwood on it, huh? Sure, path it. Yep. Yeah, because that guy was going to be big, and I couldn't block it. Skyclave, you don't really need that. That's true. How much did he have to pay for that, too? 1, 2, yeah, I had to pay 3 for that. Okay. I could do this all day. Sure. Looks like he's starting to get frisky here. Feels like he's got something. Like a fatal push or something. Might of Old Croxa. Sure, okay. Not quite sure what that does for him. Okay. Not quite sure what he was doing there. Or what he was trying to do there. Did he think he had trample or something? Or it would give it trample? Did he forget how protection works? Oh, he's just trying to keep it alive. Yeah, that was very strange. I feel like I want to mimic my Deputy Detention in play just to get rid of their hierarchs. Yeah, it just stops from dying. I feel like he realized his mistake and just might well Croxed. Did I go down a land somehow? I feel like I'm down a land. Did I not get a, Yeah, I think that's gotta be the play. That's the other thing, because these nobles are just doing nothing. Oh, because my fields didn't resolve. Okay, yeah, that's why. Yeah. That's why. That's fine. Cool. Sweet. Not sure why. Yeah, that was a weird match. All right, we keep going. Ow. Bit my lip. I've been slowly buying the deck. Not this deck, but the mono white deck in paper. Because Stoneforge Mystics are cheap right now. As are Skyclave Apparitions. I've been buying them before they go up and before they become $20 in paper, because they're like 20 tickets now. So I got foil Skyclave Apparitions. Pre-release foils. I only have one foil Archon, but that's okay. I've got a set. I got a pack foil Maul of the Skyclaves. Which one, the Analog Kid or the one that was before? Which song was on before? Oh, Tom Sawyer. I mean, it's a good song. It's got a good guitar solo, it's got a good drum solo. This is too greedy, this hand, I think. It's got a lot of good stuff, but it's too greedy. Sam Lewin. This is, oh god, this is all 3 drops though. Yeah, all good. Do I want to keep the mono 3 drops hand? I don't think so. I'm on the draw, so like mulliganing to 5 isn't as punishing, but top deck Stoneforge or Thalia or something. Like, it's a lot of action on turn 3. But if we're up against, like, Oops All Spells or something like that, we're just dead. That we could potentially just be dead. I'm gonna mulligan it. Oh my god. Well, I have to keep this one. I didn't keep it. This one I'm gonna keep, though. We're gonna put Maul and Stoneforge Mystic on the bottom. We'll draw lands on this one. We'll draw lands. We've got the turn 1 Aether Vial. We'll be fine. Flagstones. What? Relica Progenitor. What the heck? What is going on here? This smallpox. That's what I get for not listening to chat. I don't know. Watching the world, watching the grand finals and seeing some of the lines that chat is Sunrise is banned in modern, Chad. Or Dustin. Cleansing Wildfire on the Flagstones. Okay, so this is probably that Aspiring spike list. All right, land. Guess I'll use it. Come on, plains. Field rune. Do I ghost quarter myself to play this Stoneforge Mystic? I think the answer is yes. Let's just get ourselves a Batter Skull, I guess, and see what happens. I don't know what this deck is trying to do. I just don't. So. Don't worry. We'll draw another land. Don't worry about it. We will. Pillage. Don't be a lightning bolt, please. Great. Ruh-roh. Whatever, it's fine. We'll draw lands. Okay. Okay, so. Arbiter seems good here. Burton Forge Tender seems good. So let's bring in Forge Tender. Yeah, Boros Land Destruction. I feel like maybe Geist could be good here. Mirror Crusader seems bad. Phyrexian Revoker seems pretty bad. We didn't see any blue, so it's probably not that straight Jeskai. That Jeskai one. Feels like some of these might have some Karn. Great creator, sure. I like the argument of keeping in Vials against this matchup. Just because, like, if he's got Pillage, if he's gonna cast Pillage, I'd rather he cast it on my Aether Vial than my lands. Yeah, so I think the Forge Tenders and the Geist is probably fine here. It's just, what do we take out? Like, Fickerwa seems fine. Like, does Batterskull seem not good here? Yeah, I have no idea what Apparition hits here. Or do I take Path out instead? Like, take out 2 Paths and 1 Skyclave? Trim that way? So I have no idea what creatures they're trying to get here. Yeah, let's try this. At least, at worst, it's a 2/2, right? So. Okay, this seems fine. We got Giver into Stoneforge. If he plays a Troik here, Flagstone's a Troik here, we'll drop the Arbiter instead of the Stoneforge. Like looking back at that second hand, like what would that mull to 6 have gotten me? Like it would have been all 3 drops, and I would never be able to cast anything. Hey, Mogan send to K1. I don't never know how to say your name. Welcome, welcome. I think I just want a Stoneforge here. Get a sword. Ooh, cataracts, okay. Wow, okay, sure. We unfortunately didn't hit an untapped land there, which is very unfortunate. So we got to play the shore here. Kind of vile. We'll get in, I guess. Hope our Stoneforge Mystic survives. Boom, bust. Talisman, okay. And our Mystic survives. Archon. Not drawing lands here is annoying. I feel like I just passed the turn here. Yeah, they always find a neat way to name them. Like, I've been playing a lot of Rakdos Arcanist in Historic, and it runs like Claim to Fame. What is this? Skyclave? Gideon of the Trials. Alright. Prevent all damage target permanent would deal. So, whenever it deals combat damage. Alright. This is definitely interesting. I still think it's the sword. Do the pump fake on the Aether Vial. Has priority here though, so. So I can equip it onto Arbiter, and I think I have to do it that way. I think I just gotta equip it to Arbiter. Could potentially get pathed here. He might plus Gideon onto it as well. Red, red, and a colorless pillage. That one's pillage. And a time limit. Okay. Just need a white source. Another vial. I think I just violin our apparition here to get rid of Gideon, because that Gideon's going to be annoying. He doesn't have the he didn't make the emblem, so we are super far behind on mana though. But we just got to hit Gideon. This lets us also block and bring in Maul, because he doesn't know about the Maul of the Skyclaves. Karn the Great Creator. Okay, that's fine. What are you finding? Torpor Orb? Please don't be Torpor Orb. Liquid Metal Coating, that's okay. Yeah. It's fine. Karn's gonna die, so it doesn't matter. Let's equip to Skyclave Apparition, I guess. No, let's just equip to Arbiter. Always no, always yield. It's a nice Karn you got there. An upkeep? Sure. Yeah. Okay, so there's another white source. We're gonna attack Karn the Great Creator. Oh, I can vial that in. Yeah, I can vial in the Archon, which I think is probably better on their do it on their upkeep. Because I can use that again. Yeah, we'll vial it in. We'll play another vial though. Yeah, we keep up a lot of answers here, but he's got on upkeep. Okay, so we will vial in. Keep. There we go. All right. 2 cards in hand. What do you got, opponent? Glass Casket. On Archon. Sure. Sure. I can potentially apparition that Glass Casket. Firebolt on the Mystic. Got lots of mana to be able to use. That's fine. I don't have any other equipment anyway, so. I took out the... I took out the Batter Skull, so I have no other equipment. This one I do want to use. Say yes to. Aether Vial, lovely. Okay, well, let's attack with Arbiter. I'll draw a card off the Sunbake, I think. Alright, so he's playing off the top of his library here. He's drawing a card as well, sure. Yeah, he's got enough to be able to Firebolt again. Potentially on my Skyclave. Another Talisman, okay. So he can still Firebolt me here. That seems like it's what he's doing, yeah, on the Skyclave. Okay, sure. It feels pretty bad to Path an Illusion, but gets in for 3, that's fine. Alright, so let's draw a card. Coast, sure. Yep, on the stack. Okay, so yes, we'll say yes to that one. Another Seachrome Coast, oh my god. Oh my god. go with vial number 3. Behind vial number 3. We're going to keep getting in here. Yeah. So opponent's playing off the top of his deck as well, so keeps 1 back. Okay, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can take 5 here. See if we can decode some action here. Do the old Craig Wesco. All right, we need something good here. Need something good. We're gonna okay, I guess I gotta put this on the stack first. Always no. All right, give me something good. Flicker Wisp, that's something good. I feel like I just cast it, and then that will, he probably has something in hand, though. What does he have in hand here? Almost, it's not a counterspell, but if I vial it in, I keep a path, so let's do that. I want to do this now. This is a little bit greedy. If he has something to kill the Flicker Wisp, I get a little bit punished here. Okay. Yeah, copy that one. Get rid of the illusion. Great. Now I have lethal on board. Lethal on board, when I'm adored. Okay, ramp himself, draw a card. Finds nothing. Oh, he's prevented from searching from the Arbiter, sure. So he just cycles it. And he concedes. Cool. All right. Oops. So we were starting to see some Planeswalkers here, which means Revoker seems pretty good. I think we got to run this back, I think. We're still not seeing many creatures. We're still not seeing many Planeswalkers, except for that that Gideon. I feel like Apparition's fine, though. Let's take out a couple paths here. Yeah, Mirror Crusader seems bad, given he's got Firebolt. Yeah, he's got Karn as well. So let's bring in the Batterskull. Let's bring the Batterskull back in, even though I'll never be able to equip it, but it's got the living weapon, which is nice. And take out the sword. Bring in a Revoker. Sure, let's try that. I like these headphones, but they hurt my ears after a while. My ears are a little too big for it. God. This hand. These hands. These hands. Hands are awful. This is also bad, but I'm going to keep it. Put Batterskull on the bottom, I guess. Like, the other hand was maybe a little bit better, but I don't want to mold a 5 here. I'm just going to try to draw creatures. Dahlia is a good creature. Okay. If he's got Cataracts into Boom Bust, then it is, you know, is what it is. Flagstones. Okay, doesn't have the boom. That's good. Ooh, Arbiter. I think I want to play Arbiter here. Yeah. So he can't potentially do the Cleansing Wildfire. He will have to Lightning Bolt it, which is fine. Either way, my creature is getting Lightning Bolted. Alright, there's the Cataracts. Yeah, let's just cast Emiria here. Archon. Don't have a whole lot of protection for it, but on upkeep, we will Vial in Thalia. Alright, we're taxing them pretty hard here. Huh. Apparition, Skyclave, okay. Oh, I do have to pay full retail for it. Does our opponent just have like a super bad hand here? What is going on here? Is he setting up for something here? What is going on? Does he just have a whole bunch of 4-drops in his hand? That's not really what we want. Alright, opponent. We'll Skyclave whatever he plays. We'll Apparition whatever he plays, and then win from there, I guess? Alright, Cleansing Wildfire. Yes. Yeah, I got 2. I have 2 Omnaths I'm going to get wild cards for. Nothing really I can do about that. Sure. Get a Hallowed Fountain. Please pay 2 life for that. Okay. Alright, sweet. Back for 8. Yeah, that's a neat it's a neat deck, Doom Foretold deck. Very challenging as well. you have like a Simian Spirit Guide Lightning Bolt? I think opponent was going for the 5-0. This was probably his last match for the 5-0. In there. All right. Well, that's what this deck does. It crushes street. It's a so took this guy off a trophy. Oh well. All right, let's keep going. Let's see if we can get the 4-1. I'm not gonna. If this was in paper and he was a friend of mine and nothing else was on the line, you know, potentially concede to him, but the song that totally breaks my overlay. All right. Mimic's been okay. I don't think we're I don't know how much kind of equity we're kind of losing here by not by running otherwise, but we've also been up against some weird decks so far in this league that is taking absolutely forever. Yeah, it only just ended. Yeah, I went to game 3. It's IDs are kind of complicated. You're talking about the intentional draws. There were 2 matches that ID'd at intentional draw at the end of the grand finals that put Gab Nassif and Raphael Levy in the top 8. I'm going first, and this is too greedy. We're on 24 lands. Oh, and this is Luris too. This is too slow for Luris. We're gonna mulligan this. This is better. I think we just put Mimic on the bottom, to be totally honest here, because we want to be able to vial into Thalia or Leonin. Yeah, they're boring. So like, here's the thing with IDs. Okay, IDs are not allowed on Magic Online. It's strictly the chess clock. It's strictly the chess clock. And so if you banned IDs in paper. Oh, Bogles. All right, well, we've got Apparition at least. If you were to ban IDs in paper, okay, what's to stop 2 players who are friends that if in a situation where they typically would ID if they were allowed, what's to stop them from just playing pretty slow, but not necessarily slow enough to be a no problem, Travis. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for keeping me tabbed. I do appreciate it. You know, what's to stop these 2 players who are friends from just playing kind of slow, not slow enough to necessarily render a judge call slow play, and eventually running out the clock and drawing anyways, right? Which is something that you cannot do in Magic Arena because of the chess clock. You can't slow play with your opponent who you're friends with. There has to be a winner, right? Of the chess clock, and chess clocks just aren't feasible in paper, right? So these 2 players who are friends who kind of know how to play around the rules, you know, they're gonna intentionally draw anyways, right? So by allowing them, it makes a more even playing field for everybody. And in a lot of tournaments, judges will kind of explain the whole thing. 0 armor, yeah, sure. Please attack. Okay. We lose his 8th roll here. Sorry, I'm just staying focused here. I'm gonna save the Skyclave apparition for something that gives this like protection from creatures, whatever that one is. But we are gonna violent a Stoneforge Mystic. We're gonna get ourselves Batterskull here because they pretty much have no answer to Batterskull, and then we'll cast Leon in our. Yeah, so that's a different argument there, Dustin. It's like, hey, once you get to, yeah, I guess like, but still, like, you could get to the point where it's like, after, you know, if it's a 6-round tournament, after round, yeah, so this is the enchantment we're gonna get with Skyclave Apparition. You know, what's the after, you know, after, if it's a 6-round tournament, after round 5, draws are worth 0, right? Yeah, exactly. Right. So draws are worth 1 point, right? So what if you change it to, on a 6-round tournament that where there's a cut to top 8 after round 4 or round 5 or something like that, draws are now worth 0 points instead of worth 1 point. 1 point. Like, I could buy that argument. Giver of Runes. We can cast this Giver of Runes. So we're gonna pass here. I mean, I could attack with Arbiter here, but all right, we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him. Griff's Boon. Is it flying? Okay, well, that's a little more annoying. So yeah, so he's got flying now, which is annoying. Kind of makes me wish I got my Skyclave, but surprise, Skyclave Apparition can hit Skyclave Apparition can hit enchantments. Surprise. Hold on 1 sec here. All right, doorbell was ringing. Okay, so we're always go. Oh yeah, I vote out the always you. Oh, click through, but that's okay. So we're gonna attack with pretty much everybody here. What? We got a chocolate delivery. Okay. Right. Right. All right, so giving it first strike, lifelink vigilance. It's kind of annoying. He's back up to 11. Give us another apparition here. Flicker Wisp would have been good there as well. We still don't have any flyers. I think we just kind of have to pass here. Hey, Catmix, good to see you. We're up against Bogles, as you can see. We need a Skyclave apparition pretty badly, although he has flying as well. But we need another apparition, is what we really need, or a Flicker Wisp. You know what? We have to get in here because this thing has flying. I'm realizing now. Yeah, that's what I have to do. He is gaining more life than we are, unfortunately. So we really need a Flicker Wisp, a Mimic, or a another apparition here. Because we need to get rid of this Daybreak Cornet. Ooh! Double lifelink. Oh boy. Yep. That's spicy. Okay, we're dead. Alright, that's too bad. We need a... what's that? Spellskite. That's what we need right now. Spellskite. We don't have it. So yeah, Winds of Abandon seems fine. Path to Exile seems really bad. Mirror Crusader as a bit of a beater. Revoker does nothing. Rest in Peace does nothing. Deputy Detention does nothing. Yeah. Skite's pretty good against Spellskite's pretty good against the mirror as well. Saint Draft seems fine. I mean, Archon of Emeria, like, they're casting one spell per turn anyways, right? Eats enchantments. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. We need Flicker Wisp. Yep. Good. Arbiter seems pretty bad. Yeah, the Flyers, yeah. I just need to cut something here. Cut 3 Arbiters. Yeah. Yeah, let's try that. We'd love to play first. All right, we need Skyclave Apparition in our opening hand, pretty much. We need to draw a white source here. This hand is really greedy. Hmm. It's a really, really greedy hand. It's got 2 lands in it, technically. Like, play the Ghost Quarter, and then into Aether Vial, and then Glasspool Mimic comes into play tapped, but are they running more enchantment remove? Do they run like artifact hate in the sideboard? Yeah. We're running 15 white sources. We are down a game, though. Like, that's the only thing. Sure. It's greedy, but we do have a way to keep this. We do have a way to get this deputy out. Whether it's through the Aether Vial or... Having the Vial is nice. Okay. Yep, there it is. Always have it. Never not have it. Okay, so there's our Skyclave. So we're going to play this tapped. We've got all kinds of answers. Spitem Umbra? Okay, sure. Is it reach? This is another Rush song where it's got that weird kind of plinky. Sure. There's the Ethereal Armor. Okay, sure. That one will probably hit first with either Deputy or with Skyclave. We do really want a white source here. White source would be lovely. JFL, as I like to say. Brutal, brutal, brutal. I mean, I can cast the Deputy by Ghost Quartering my Glasspool, sure, but I really don't want to do that. But is that something I kind of have to do here? I can get a white source by Ghost Quartering my Deputy. Oh no, I can't even do that because then I won't have enough mana, right? Blue. Yeah, I won't have enough mana. Cast the Deputy here. Regardless. I could do this to get Giver, but then I don't think that's good enough. Alright, we'll just pass here. Get our Stoneforge Mystic out. Like, he's probably... The chances he's got that one that gives protection from creatures is pretty high, so... Daybreak Coronet, sure. I'm taking 8 here. I could throw the Stoneforge Mystic in front of it. We're going to get Skyclave Apparition here. And we're going to throw the Stoneforge Mystic in front. Didn't have a way to play Giver. I drew it immediately after I put a counter on Aether Vial. Come on, white source. White source, cool. So we will cast Deputy. And we will hit the Daybreak Coronet. And then we'll Violence Skyclave. Hit the Ethereal Armor. Or whatever he casts here. All right, I think we're okay now. Great. I'm just gonna take the damage here on the off chance. Well, yeah, I could block with a Deputy, but I don't necessarily want. Okay, so it gets pathed. Yes, we will. I don't know why he didn't path the Deputy instead. He would have gotten his Daybreak Coronet back. Casey's got something like, I don't know if this deck runs something like Mines of Vastwood or something like that, but it's a risk I'm not really willing to take right now. Okay, so we're doing okay here. We're getting close to Winds of Abandon mana as well. I think we just cast Giver and then maul the Skyclaves. Pump up our Deputy. Path on the Deputy. I think we Flicker Wisp it here. We're gonna have to Flicker Wisp the Deputy here. Yeah. It does put us on mana for the for wins if we let that resolve, but I just think it's probably a bad idea. We just took a card out of his hand. Okay, he has another one. No, I won't kill Daybreak because he still gets to choose where it goes. I'm gonna have to take 5 here. Another Bogle. Okay, so if I draw a land here, I'll just Winds of Abandon. There was another. It already had an aura on it. It still had the Spider Umbra on it. I suppose I could Flicker Wisp like the Spider Umbra, I suppose. And then the Daybreak Coronet wouldn't be able to go onto it. Is that what you're trying to say there, Chemix? Because when auras come back, they get to choose where it goes, right? Right. So yeah, if I had Flicker Wisp, yeah, that's a possibility as well. Yeah, so if I Flicker Wisp the Spider Umbra, it'll fall off. Another possibility is Flicker Wisping. Hey, Solodoc, by the way. Another possibility is Flicker Wisping Deputy here to get both the Daybreak Coronets. Yeah, I could do it here. Yeah, that seems fine. Let's do that. I gotta keep an eye on my clock here. Yeah, there is always the option for the glass pool, but we get another Flicker Wisp, but at this point I'm trying to keep all my lands. What was that? Oh, gets Loris from the graveyard. That's what he's doing there. Or gets Loris from his hand. So I think I just Winds of Abandon here. And then just get in with everything. That way he won't be able to start getting his Daybreak Coronet back. Destroyed, yeah. I don't think I need to wait for Luris. He's got Luris in hand. He has to draw. He would have to draw into other creatures. Like he doesn't have any creatures out. If I wait, he's going to be able to cast he's going to have to draw a creature here to be able to do anything. And we've got a pretty good clock here. Yeah, so there's Luris. High Umbra. Okay, that's fine. Sure. Put as much as you want on it. Yeah, I should have equipped there, but I clicked through. Well, I mean, I suppose if they're running if they're running something like I should have done this pre-combat. But I clicked through it, unfortunately. They could have their own Winds of Abandon. But they need to draw into something here. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. Oh, we die from this. We're dead. He found the Spirit Mantle. Wow. Found the exact card he needed. So, like, the argument for waiting for Loris was that should I have though? I don't know. It would have he would have been able to. So if we go back, can I go back to this? Can't go back to it. So like, I knew he had Luris in hand, right? So that was the only card he had in hand. If I had waited, he would have been able to cast like the whatchamacallit, the Daybreak Coronet, and he still would have drawn the Spirit Mantle anyways, right? So that Spirit Mantle was what we were trying to dodge, but I need a quick bathroom break, so I'll be right back. I'm not even gonna do the BRB thing. Be right back. All right. So yeah, I don't know. Could be it might have been right to wait. Because he had both the Bogles. Yeah, that's tough. I don't know. There were a couple decision points there that were interesting to say the least. So let's try again. One more. I think this is the most underrated Rush song, by the way. This one. I think this song's super underrated. All right. David the Key. I like this deck so far. I'm liking this mix of mimics. I don't think his hand is good enough. That's a good one. You hate wins as a card, or you hate that hand that I just put to the bottom? You hate this? Oh, the card. Okay. I'm just gonna put a coast on the bottom here, I think. We've got like a super sweet curve here. Prowess again, okay. We're pretty well set up for it. Might be a little bit greedy playing Aether Vial first here, but I think it's fine. Yeah, yeah, I agree. That's kind of the advantage, some of the small little advantages that we get. Oh, fine. No follow-up? Okay. Canopy? I feel like playing Giver here is what I want to be doing. If it gets bolted, that's fine. If Stomp, yeah. So I could Giver here, and to turn Violent another Giver. I'd rather have a Giver die. But Arbiter's just going to get killed. I'd rather have one of these Givers get killed so that they use the interaction on that, and then I Violent another Giver. Arbiter is more mana efficient. But they're just going to cast Stomp on whatever I bring in. Just a matter of give up Arbiter, sure. I was kind of on the fence on that play. What to do at that point. We'll wait till the last moment to get out Giver. Didn't Stomp the Arbiter. Okay. Manamorphose, okay. This is probably a whatchamacallit? No, it's not. Okay. Another Manamorphose. Yeah, I don't really have Burst Lightning on the Arbiter, sure. This is quite the turn for the opponent if he follows this up with a with the Flyer. Okay, no. Okay, sure. Okay, so he dumps a whole bunch of cards out of his hand. Well, really only 2 cards out of his hand. Yeah, no, I don't really want to do that. Then I'll light up the stage. Sure. Reveler. Okay, well, let's get one. He's tapped out now, so let's get out a Giver. Let's put that on the stack. Activate this. Get out the other Giver. We don't have a 2-drop anyways. We do have a 2-drop. So this Bedlam Reveler, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's already got 5 out. He's going to be able to cast this right away. And I won't be able to Apparition it. Question is whether to Stoneforge here and get Batterskull. Good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm glad, Cat Party. That's kind of part of the reason this is here, so people can learn from my mistakes as well. I feel like Stoneforging for a Sword of Fire and Ice is a little bit better here than Skyclaving that Monastery Swift Spear. It's almost certainly going to be able to Bedlam Reveler next turn, and that's probably going to be what he does. Yeah, because the Skyclave just gets the Swift Spear, so we're getting out card advantaged here by the red deck. Yeah, we'll get Sword. Okay, and we'll pass. Batterskull's great too, yeah. Batterskull doesn't really block anything here. Oh, he's got a Lightning Bolt that giver. Okay, sure. So we'll get Stoneforge Mystic Pro Red, I guess. Okay, so we Lightning Bolts the Stoneforge. Okay. Guy just has the nut draw here. And then he's still going to be able to Bedlam Reveler. What is Loots? I don't know what Loots is. This is a crazy nut draw from the opponent. Like, yeah. Oh, light up the stage. Yeah, thank you. We need a Path to Exile. Land is good too, though. And I don't want to pay 2 life. All right. I'm probably going to throw the Skyclave Apparition in front of the Bedlam Reveler. My god. Trample as well. So he's drawn 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of, with light up the stage. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's drawn 9 cards this game, playing red cards. That is crazy. So either way we're taking damage here. So we take 4 there. You know, either way we're taking a bunch of damage here. Because they all have trample. I'm taking 4 here regardless. We wait for the lightning bolt. Yeah, he has it anyways. So we're just dead. Oh, doesn't kill. Okay. 6, 4. Yeah, we're still dead. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. So Burton Forge Tender, you're coming in. Deputy, I guess you're coming in. No, Winds of Abandon is coming in for sure. That was crazy. He drew like 9 cards, 8 cards, and he got to cast one of those cards twice. This is a match where Flicker Wisp comes out. Yeah, is it better than Maul the Skyclaves? I don't think so. Gains us life, though. Probably, well, Batterskull's good, but he's probably bringing in stuff like a Braid. But equipment also seems quite slow. Is the problem. Equipment seems quite slow. Yeah, holds swords pretty well as well. Just bring in more removal here. Take out a skull. Like, Batterskull's nice, but I don't think I'm ever gonna... Especially post-board. Rest in peace for Bedlam Reveler. But it also, yeah, it also turns off Lava Darts, but it also just kind of does nothing else. I need creatures and removal in this matchup. Try that. Love to play first. This hand is awful. Alright, we got a turn when Birch and Forge Tender were set. I feel like Archon or Apparition is what we put on the bottom, and I feel like it is Archon bottom because they may be bringing in stuff like Flame Slash. Pretty. All right, got the brick wall and Birds and Forge Tender here. Randy Orton is here. Give you the RKO. Block your prowess creatures. Yep, sure. What are you gonna do with? Yeah, Thalia seems good here. Basically time walk him. Yep, Lava Dart. That's fine. Totally fine. All right, we're in better shape now. I don't know, Apparition the Swift Spear. Like it's really doing nothing here. But give her into Arbiter, just like walking it right into removal. Seems mostly okay though. Force him to have an answer to the giver. Ooh. Sure. Problem is there isn't really many targets for Skyclave besides like monetary Swift Spear. Monastery Swift Spear. Lightning Bolt on Arbiter, sure. A Braid on Giver, sure. These are cards that do not draw him cards, so that's fine. We are a little bit scared of... Yeah, Stoneforge Mystic's nice. You know what? No, Sword of Fire and Ice I think is still better. I'm not gonna sack my Burton Forge Tender to protect the Stoneforge Mystic. I'm just not. Kiln Fiend. That's a good target for Skyclave Apparition. Sure. Yeah, sure. He's out of cards. We've run him out of cards. All right. He has a lightning bolt he can use. Drew land. Probably gonna sack that to draw a card. Ah. Yeah. Ooh, let's all go to the mall. Sword is still better. Unless he has exactly a braid here. Manamorphose, draws a card, okay. Sure. You're still in real bad shape here, opponent. Equip. Sure. Make it even bigger. So unfortunately, I can't kill any of his creatures, so we'll just deal 2 extra to him. Ghost Quarter, sure. That Soulscar Mage is annoying. So he's probably got something here. Probably a light up the stage. That's my guess. No, he doesn't. Okay, sure. Get in there. Okay, so if he's got a spell, we're going to force him to use it now. If he's got something, he's got to use it now. Burst Lightning. Okay, sure. Targeting me. Sure. Argument could be made to have done it there, but Kozilek's return. Okay, sure. So let's prevent all damage from that source. Let's prevent all damage from that source. Apparition's nice. Okay, so that's attack. We have to kill the Soulscar Mage here. Let's get rid of that one. Okay. Not sure what he can have left. Maybe another Kozilek's return or something, but... yeah. Great. Great. That seems fine. This is the plan. We're going to stick to the plan. This hand is awful. We've been getting so many bad hands here. This is fine. We've got a Burriton. Honestly, I think we put Glasspool Mimic on the bottom. We've got mana to be able to cast Deputy. I do want to keep Path, though. Path is really good. Yeah, let's put the Mimic on the bottom. It's unfortunate, but have to. Okay, he kept with 7 again. Might have the nut draw again, like game 1. It was just ridiculous. Doesn't have the turn 1 play. Interesting. Killing Fiend, sure, that's fine. Totally fine, Mr. Killing Fiend. Yeah, Arbiter seems fine here. Just gets a creature out. Like, if you use the removal spell on the Arbiter, so what? That's one less spell for him. This dies to Kozilek's return, by the way. Interesting. Okay. So I won't be able to block this. And I think he might be hoping, yeah. Hey, Fanny Pack, how are you? Yeah, I'm not falling into that trap. Been there before. Doing okay. We are 2 and 2 right now. We're fighting for the 3 and 1. I think apparitioning this is fine. Yeah, it's just about lunchtime, so I'm gonna eat some lunch after this and probably not do another league. Because Stomp says damage cannot be prevented this turn, and that includes having protection. Protection for red causes damage to be prevented, and yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna apparition this Kiln Fiend. Deputy detention on Bone Crusher Giant's fine. Yeah. That's a mistake you only make once. Yeah. Yeah, also questing beast, yeah. Alright, sure. Tap land, it's fine. Alright. I shot the sheriff. But I didn't shoot no deputy. Getting this like lightning bolted or something is fine. We are running out of cards here. Yeah, that's fine. Perfect. Stoneforge Mystic. We have enough mana to be able to make the sword really good here. This giver's probably not going to survive, but that's okay. Ooh, that's pretty brutal. That's rough. Yeah, that's too bad. Okay. All right. Kind of played into that, but we can path this. We do take 2, unfortunately, for that. We might be taking a bundle here. Taking 3 to be able to cast a spell, but... Man, that Kozilek's return on the top of the library is just brutal. Okay, so he's got 2 cards in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Needs to be able to cast... So if he's got lightning bolt, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dead to that. I have to keep path up. Okay, yeah, attack with everything. We'll path the Soul Scar Mage. Draws a card, okay. He doesn't have me dead yet. Oh, love. Dude. 7. Bolt me. Soul Scar Mage, okay. Draw card. Path and Stoneforge Mystic. I think I'm just dead here. But we will try. We will try regardless. Go to the mall. Yeah, I think I'm dead regardless here because he's got Lava Dart. Manamorphose. Okay. We'll make him do it. We'll make him see it. See if he wants to just bolt me instead. A brain. Okay. Yeah, I'm just dead. All right. That's too bad. These mono red decks are crazy. These mono red prowess decks that we keep coming up against. They're just absolutely slaying me. Which makes me think we do need that fourth Forge Tender. And I'm seeing that deck more often. We saw it round 1, we saw it round 5. But yeah, like Archon's good against that deck, but like they board in Flame Slash and that also kills it. Giver Runes dies to Lava Dart with the flashback. Blood dies to Firebolt. Yeah, I don't know what to do about these mono red decks. It's a question for the crowd on the Discord, I think. Because Sword of Fire and Ice is just not doing it. It's just not fast enough. Yeah, I don't know what the answer is. And these mono red ones are really they're making a comeback. It's either Dust Shadow, like the blue red ones are seem to be gone. I haven't faced any in a while. And I always felt like I haven't lost to blue red prowess in a while. I think I lost to it once off of them having the nut draw on me having like nothing. But these mono red decks are just crazy. Like I played a league last weekend and I just got, and it was just like, I went up against like a 16 bolt deck twice. Lightning bolt, rift bolt, skewer the critics, I'm dead. So I don't know. So the meta is definitely shifting quite a lot, and which I think is a good sign. You know, the top deck has just kind of been moving around. People are teching against us, so I think we got to start teching back. But I just don't know what that tech is yet. It feels like it's 4 Birch and Forge Tender for sure. So this needs to go up to 4, and then from there, I don't know. Like Kozilek's Return is just an absolute beating. Like I wonder if it's Dispel. If we're playing blue white, and then like, you know, dispelling their Manamorphose or something, or dispelling their Kozilek's Return. I don't know. Playing counter spells in a Taxes deck, I don't know, you know. It's like, what are we doing at this point? But or like Swan Song. What is Swan Song doing? Yeah, or maybe even like Swan Song or something, but or Ceremonious Rejection is the other 1/1. Unsettled Mariner. Does it still die to Kozilek's return, though? It still dies to Kozilek's return. Still dies to like it still dies turn 2 to a it's basically the same as Thalia. Still dies to like Firebolt or Lightning Bolt on turn 2 with a land. Oh, excuse me. Like it feels like it's what is it? What is it? Lava Claw or something? Something Claw? Not Lava Claw Reaches. Mark of Asylum. Prevent all non-combat damage that will be dealt to creatures. Yeah, it's only dealt to creatures, though. Still, though, could be something. It seems so narrow, though. It's so narrow. It's still... Our creature still died to Stomp, though. Like, this Stomp still stops this, yeah. And a lot of times they're just like... They're doing, like, Manamorphose, Lava Dart, and then they're hit... And then Crash Through, and they're hitting you for, like, a gazillion creature damage. Intervention Pact. Next time a source of your choice would deal combat damage. Would deal damage to me this turn, prevent that damage. That's a card, for sure. It's definitely a card. Sorry, these headphones are really hurting my ears right now. After wearing it for a long time, it really hurts. This is the one, this has never been reprinted. Of all the pacts, this is the one that hasn't been reprinted. That's kind of funny. I wonder why. Like, it's like that thing that Morrow said, like, there was that thing that Morrow said that a lot of people kind of celebrated, where it was like, hey, we didn't, with that, with the, what was it, the inscription cycle, there wasn't a red one and there wasn't a white one. And Morrow said they didn't print one because, yeah. I mean, if we're playing garbage cards, okay, white cards, I'd rather be playing Shining Shoal. Like, if we're gonna be, I'd rather be playing Shining Shoal than Intervention Pact, to be totally honest. Like, do that, exile, I don't know, Archon of Emeria. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, yeah, the inscriptions, they're like, oh, we made a white one, we made a red one, but it sucked, so we didn't do it. And to me, that's like, well, okay, then maybe make the white, maybe make it do something better. It was on Blogatog. Yeah, set design designed a full cycle. They didn't like the red and white ones and couldn't make satisfying versions. So rather than make a cycle where some of the cards are cool and some suck, they just made the cool ones. But yeah, so like they made the white one be like, make a 1/1, make 2 1/1 soldiers, gain 3 life, target creature gets a +1/+1 counter on it. You know, something like that. So it's like, just make white do something else. Draw a card on it. Or put, like, if you control, you know, put a 1/1 in play, and then if you control 3 or more creatures, draw a card. Something like that. You know, flicker something. make it do that. So I don't know. Just kind of goes to show, you know, I don't know. Yeah, make it cheaper. Yeah, make it cost 2 white. So yeah, that's where I'm kind of coming from on this stuff. What quote was that? Thanks, Dustin. Good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, by the way, happy Thanksgiving to all my Canadian brothers, sisters, and siblings and cousins and all that. One of my favorite things to do with Arbiter and Stoneforge Mystic is to have yeah, I mean, you could be a Canadian even if you live in the US. You can be Canadian as far as I'm concerned. So one of my favorite things to do with Stoneforge Mystic and Arbiter is have an Arbiter in play, have Batterskull in hand, and then play Stoneforge Mystic, and then type oops in the chat. And then next turn bring out a Batterskull. That's cool. Where exactly near Toronto? Like Mississauga or like London? Or I had some family living in London. Burlington, yeah. Nice. I hear there's a good coat factory there. Yeah, London's a really cool area of Ontario. Yeah, it's we go there. We used to go there from time to time back when traveling was a thing you could do. Yeah, like I had so much travel planned this year. Like I was gonna go to BC in March. I was gonna go to um I was gonna go to GP Minneapolis in August. Obviously that didn't happen. And now that CFB events is folded, who knows what GPs are gonna look like even after this pandemic's over. It's like, yeah, and my sister was supposed to get married. Like I would have liked to travel kind of somewhere else at some point too. So I don't know. It's very annoying.